Hey everybody, welcome back to Dinner and a Tip. My name is Brenda and I'm going to be your cooking guide. So today we're going to do chicken parm in the air fryer. So I have the Blackstone E-Series and I'm just going to go hit start and hit air fryer. I do want our temperature down to 400 for this one. So I'm going to go ahead and get that warmed up. Originally I've done this actually on the Blackstone quite a few times, but I ran out of propane, so whoops. So I'm going to go ahead and start with chicken breast on this. If it's got any of like the white like skin and stuff, we want to go ahead and just trim any of those pieces off. And so this is like a thicker piece of chicken. You can actually get them already cut thin, but I'm going to go ahead and just do this. You want to kind of keep your fingers up and out of the way so you don't cut them off. So again, it always makes dinner awkward if you're missing a finger. So they're pretty evenly cut. And I'm just going to go ahead and pound it down to make sure that there's no spots that are like higher than the others. This helps make sure everything gets cooked evenly with these. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and season our chicken on both sides before I dredge it. You can put the seasoning in the dredge, but I don't like that because I don't feel like I know if it's not getting seasoned as much. So go ahead, hit that with some salt and pepper. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do a little fresh Italian seasoning on this too. You could do dry if you like. So I'm just going to hit this a little bit on both sides. Get our chicken flipped over. And what I like about this, doing this in the air fryer versus doing it outside on the grill or even cooking it in the oven, this is a lot faster. Our cook time is going to be about 10 minutes total, 10 to 12 minutes total, just depending on how thick your chicken is. So, and just a little bit more Italian seasoning. So, all right, next we're going to do is we have a flour mixture. See, a wet bowl, which I actually love having next to me when I'm cooking. So we've got just about a half a cup of flour. We're going to do 2 eggs. We're just going to get the eggs a quick mix here. And we're going to dredge it in the 3 different items. So, and because we've got seasoning, you don't have to put anything in the flour. We're just doing the flour straight. Next, you can do breadcrumbs or panko, or if you're feeling really sassy, you could actually do the shake and bake chicken. Believe it or not, that stuff still exists. But I'm going to do the Italian panko, and I'm just going to do some plain breadcrumbs with this one. So you want to get about a cup of total of everything. You can just do one or the other, whatever you've got. Sometimes you just don't have everything you need. And then this is fresh grated Parmesan, hence the Parmesan chicken. And I'm going to use probably about not even a half a cup in this, but I'm going to save some for when we're doing the final cook, and I do have some shredded mozzarella. So if you haven't gotten the Blackstone E-Series pizza oven, and if you've been on the fence about it, and honestly, the only bad thing about it, it does take up a lot of space, but I'm surprised actually how often I cook with this. So you want to go in order. So we're just going to take our chicken and we're just going to dredge it in the flour. And actually, I like to do all the flour part first because now my hands are going to get wet when we hit that egg mixture. So, and this is just a little easier way of doing it, but whatever works for you, go ahead. All right. And we've got our oven preheating again. We're doing 400 for the air fryer. And now I'm just going to do the egg wash. And this is what's going to help keep the breadcrumbs and the cheese sticking to this. So just want to kind of push it in there, make sure it's all the way in. And then we're just going to go ahead and set it on here. So if you're making Parmesan originally, you would do this step and then you would put it in a cast iron skillet or just a pan and you would go ahead and just deep fry it or fry it probably like 2-3 minutes till it's crispy. But because we're doing this with the air fryer, it's actually going to get crispy in the air fryer. So one less dish, it's a lot faster. And actually, I just kind of really like it in the air fryer. I think it stays more tender in the air fryer. And I think it cooks a little bit more evenly too. So see, we have made it up to temperature. And then we're going to go ahead and throw this in, and then we're going to get our marinara sauce. So this doesn't have as much panko and cheese on it, so I'm just going to add a little bit. That's the only bad thing about this. It gets a little funky on your hands. Oh, and the other thing we need to do is add a little bit of oil to these. And I'm going to have to wash my oil jar after this, and you're just going to drizzle a little bit of oil on each side. Doesn't need a ton, but just a little bit. This will help with the cooking and the crispiness of it. So I'm just going to give it a quick drizzle. And this is avocado oil, just in case you are wondering. You can use whatever oil you want. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set this timer for 5 minutes. Actually, I'm going to set it for 10, and then I know I'll be done. So we'll come back and check on it in about 5 minutes. Okay, so we've had this cooking for 5 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and pull this out delicately. So you can kind of see you're definitely getting that brown crispiness, which is what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and give these a quick flip, and then we're going to finish cooking these off for about 5 more minutes. We'll add our marinara and our cheese. I always used to think ordering chicken parmesan in a restaurant was like so fancy. I'm like, oh, like I thought it was so crazy. Crazy thing is this is so simple to do for anybody at home, even if you're a beginner. So let's come back in 5 minutes. All right, we are back. Let's go ahead and check our chicken. So again, I love how crispy this is looking. So I just want to go ahead and cut one open to make sure that, so it is completely white inside, just maybe a titch of pink, which is fine because we're going to go ahead and put our marinara sauce on. So actually this is pizza sauce. So if you live in Minnesota, if you've ever been to Devani's, oh my gosh, it is so good. The difference between spaghetti and marinara sauce is marinara sauce tends to be a little bit thicker, got a little bit more chunks. You could do whatever. It's a personal preference. So I'm just going to go ahead and give a good 1 or 2 tablespoons of marinara sauce. And then I like to do like fresh grated Parmesan for this. Just go ahead and get the sauce to the edges, but you don't have to go too heaping with this. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some fresh mozzarella. This what is the best part of it, honestly. So go ahead. So we're have to steal a little cheese from this guy. So, and then I do have just a little bit of that fresh grated Parmesan that I'm going to go ahead and add as a topper. I know it's already in there, but it's kind of already baked in. And then whether you have dry or fresh, I like to just do a little bit more of the Italian seasoning on top. One for taste, but actually it just makes it look that much prettier. So this is cooked all the way. So basically we're just going to stick this in here until it is all the way melted. So go ahead and throw that in. It's probably going to take about 2 minutes and we'll be back. All right, so it has been 2 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try. So look at that. Honestly, I love the look of chicken parm. It is so pretty. You could serve this with spaghetti. You could serve this with just even a nice little Caesar salad. So go ahead and pull this off. What I do like about this, the air fryer versus the oven, I think it gets a lot crispier. I like the fact that you have a lot less dishes. Got everything cooked all the way in. It's probably going to be hot. I'm probably going to burn my face, but got to take one for the team. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe. We've got some other stuff that we're going to be doing in the Blackstone oven. We're going to actually do some homemade pizzas tomorrow. And we're actually going to come up with a couple different ideas for pizzas tomorrow. So go ahead. The air fryer is so perfect for chicken parm. Honestly, I would probably not even waste my time doing it in the oven anymore. Thanks for tuning in, and eat happy, and we'll see you next time.